Vanishing Point, a novel by Keith A. Kenel, 86 of 101. Part 86. Caleb put a steadying hand on Schuyler's shoulder as they wound their way through the underbrush that covered the spongy ground adjacent to Mrs. McNutt's property. In addition to duct taping Schuyler's mouth shut, Caleb had loosely bound her hands behind her back, and the last thing Caleb wanted was for his precious daughter to fall and injure herself as they retraced their steps in the black swamp. Ideally, Caleb would have brought Schuyler to one of his Elohim Army's compatriots, where she could be properly brought into the fold. But, as warriors had noted since Abraham and his 318 fought the armies of Shinar, warriors go to war with the army that they have, not with the army that they wish they had. There was no time to introduce Schuyler to God's truth via a slow, inch-by-inch, gradual sanctification into his holy waters. No. Tonight, Schuyler was going to be fully immersed in righteousness and baptized with the blood of justice. Schuyler stumbled a bit, and Caleb, hand already loosely encircling her arm just below the armpit, gripped more firmly to prevent her from falling. "Easy there, sugar," he whispered in her ear. "We're almost there." The van wasn't far, and Caleb, knife in hand and hands at the ready should his guests somehow be lying in wait for him, slid the rear door open quickly. No street lights adorned either Black Lake Road nor 100 feet distant State Road 54, so Marty was more of a darker black patch within the van's unlit black interior than an easily discernible human entity. "Yo, yo, yo," Caleb said to Marty as he opened the door. "I told you we'd be back. Did you miss us?" he asked, tapping the base of her neck with his knife handle. "'Cause it's party time!" Marty emitted a stunned groan from the sharp pain of Caleb's quick, hard rap, and Caleb smiled in satisfaction. "That's just the beginning, hook nose," he whispered in Marty's ear. "I got a real special night planned for the two of us." "Come on, Schuyler," he said, turning his attention back to his daughter and opening the van's front passenger door. "We got to get Miss Marty Pants here up to your place. I bet she's right anxious to see the inside of your house." State Road 54 was busy, visible, and easily accessed via a short section of connecting Black Lake Road asphalt. With Caleb's attention split between Schuyler and Marty, the little girl made a quick dash out from the weedy niche where the van was parked and toward the 6-lane. Caleb grabbed for his daughter's wrist but caught nothing but a little bit of the girl's skin under his nails as she valiantly tried to run from him in the dark. Schuyler managed 5 steps forward before snagging a fallen log and slamming into the wet, muddy ground. Caleb towered over her, his face portraying a mixture of anger and delight. "Girl, you are a fighter, ain't you? I like that about you," he said sincerely, reaching down and grasping her by one arm and jerking his daughter skyward. "But you have got to learn to mind," he said, pushing his face to within a fraction of an inch of hers. Walking her back to the van, he thrust her into the passenger seat, pointed a finger in her face and said, "Now, you stay right there. I'm going to pull this van up to the house, and then you and me's going to have a chat, and then me and Miss Marty's going to have a little party. Got it?" he demanded, slamming the door as he uttered his question. Turning from the front of the van to the rear, he added, "And now, little Miss Barcode, you're going to get exactly what you've got coming," which he punctuated with another door slam. Walking in front of the van, Caleb slid into the driver's seat, turned to the ignition key, and after pulling the column-mounted gear shift into D, pushed his foot on the accelerator. Rather than lurching forward, the van's tires spun ferociously, and Caleb brought his hands to his face, covering his eyes with his palms and tightly squeezing the crown of his head and temples. "Fuck shit! Goddamn motherfucking son of a bitch!" "Fine," he added calmly, taking a deep breath and forcing a smile to his face. "We'll walk." Stepping out of the van, he returned to Schuyler, grabbed her from the van, plunked her down on the ground and commanded, "Stay!" before opening the rear door, grabbing Marty, throwing her over his shoulder and declaring to Schuyler, "Shut the goddamn doors and come on. I've had enough of this shit."